Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are in this world. I just watched the most horrific video I think I've ever seen and hope to ever see. I never want to see anything of this level of inhumaneness ever again. But if you're here, you know the video I'm talking about. And the thing which first struck me was I was extremely angry. I am not going to lie. I think everyone who watched the video, my heart started pounding and I just built up massive rage. And I believe everyone else did that. I mean, I've sort of thought about it for a while and I've read all the comments, and there's these people saying that they want to do unspeakable things to these kids. I mean, you can't even call them kids. They're not even human. And calling them animals isn't a low enough offense either. But yeah, you see these comments of people saying they want to rip their heads off and just inflict terrible pain upon them. And I understand that sort of emotion, but what I sort of thought about is, if you do something like that, you're dropping down to their level. These kids, before they committed this crime, this horrific crime against this poor individual, they would have had this motive, this state of mind where they were thinking, we are going to hurt this kid. All those people out there right now who want to hurt this kid, think for a moment, are you setting a good example by going out there and hitting these kids, doing what they did so terribly, back to them? You're dropping down to their level. That's my first point. Second point is, what is wrong with the world to have this sort of behavior, especially in a first world country? I mean, these kids look like they eat healthy, they're dressed nicely, They seem like they are not deprived of anything they need, yet they behave like this. There has to be something, either they're mentally ill or there is something wrong, something going wrong with the development of their life. And I think this is an extremely serious issue. As there are numerous viral videos which are appearing in recent times showing this sort of level of bullying, which is killing children. These children in playgrounds they're getting into fights and they're dying from these fights, and this is just horrible. And these kids are gonna be weeping very soon. I mean, I'm more than convinced if the police don't get to them first, they're going to feel a whole lot more pain than this Asian kid. And, is that the right thing to do? I mean, if you think about it, I know it sounds bad. These kids deserve justice, needs to be served righteously. And they've scarred this Asian kid's life. I mean, he's mentally scarred for the rest of his life, and there's no going back. He's not gonna want to go anywhere by himself anymore. His face has been shown, and undoubtedly he's gonna be given a lot of affection. Or it would not surprise me if there's other people out there who would want to do unspeakable things to him, even such a victim of just horrific acts. And that brings me to another point. All those people who have watched those videos, all of them, I can almost guarantee that if you think back to your school days, or if you are even still in school, you at a point have bullied someone. You not to this nature. I'm not saying that you've ever done anything like this, but you have done something to someone, either in spite or to suck up to your friends who think it is cool to act like this towards someone else, whether it is giving them a shove or calling them a name or something. Seriously, think before you do these things. I mean, all these people are saying all these really nasty stuff to these kids, and bullying should go away. I mean, you are all perpetrators of this act, and I mean, there's so many hypocritical comments here. I mean, the irony in itself is these people are saying they want to rip these kids' heads off. I mean, they're doing a worse thing than these kids. Isn't that right? I mean, justice, I really do hope prevails, and these kids do receive a worthy penalty for what they have done. They deserve it. Thank you, and I really hope that bullying does eventually disappear. Thank you, and please listen.